And lastly, before I get off stream, I'm going to grade the Indiana Fever, and I want you guys to chip in with some grades. Let me know when it comes to these players, am I right or am I wrong? So, Monique Billings. My grade for Monique Billings on the day, I'm going to give her a C. I'm going to give her a C. I think that's a fair grade. Is C. I don't think she was good. I don't think she was bad. I think she was kind of just there. So is a C? C okay, lads? Mo, C is fair. She had 1 of 5 in the field. Aaliyah Boston, 26 minutes, 18 points, 7 11 from the field, 11 boards, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and was a +6. Now, I think her stat line makes her look like she was a little bit better than she was. I still, especially because we're judging Aaliyah by old WNBA standards, like, are we gonna say B for Aaliyah? B plus for Aaliyah? Like, her stat line was good, but her stat line was better than she was. B minus, B plus. Okay, I think a B. I think a B for Aaliyah makes sense. Kelsey Mitchell was super. She was absolutely super. She did everything you want. She did a good job on Sykes on defense. Turned the ball over a few times. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit that she had 2 assists to 4 turnovers. One of her assists was so nice. Her pass early in the game was incredible. But overall, I'm gonna go A plus for Kelsey. I think A plus for Kelsey. Like, I actually don't care if she turned it over. You're gonna do negative things as a player in every game. I think A plus, her best game of the season, other than maybe Atlanta, but like from start to finish today was probably her best game. Lexi. Now, not a good game for Lexi. Not a good game at all for Lexi, and to be completely outshined by your backup and Sophie doesn't help. I'm gonna go and give Lexi a D on the day. A D. Maybe D plus. I didn't like how Lexi played today. Maybe I'm being too harsh. C minus maybe. All right, we're gonna go to the bottom of the bench. Raven had a really good game. I thought Raven had a really, really good game, especially when you compare the fact that she was basically out of the rotation a game ago. I thought Raven had a really good game. So for me, Ravens, like, you're probably looking at like a B plus. A B plus, maybe an A minus for a bench player. I'll go B plus. I'll go B plus there. And that should be fair enough. Sophie Cunningham, A plus. I don't think anyone's going to question that. Maybe she didn't do the greatest job in the world on Marina Mabry. A plus for Sophie Cunningham. I think that's kind of the most obvious one. I'm going to give Sophie Cunningham an A plus. I'm going to give a not applicable to Dantas and Grace Van Sluten, although Dantas made sure as hell she got her shots up. And give not applicable to these two. Maisha Hines-Allen. You know what? I thought she made some really nice passes. 7 minutes. I'm going to have to go. I'll go B, but I think she did probably as good as you can do in 7 minutes. I'm going to be real. Like, I don't know if in 7 minutes you can do that much better than what she did, especially as like a role player. KK, possibly KK's best game in terms of the little things. She just ran up and down hard, got rebounds. She ran up and down hard, got rebounds, blocked a couple of shots. I mean, you can't ask much more than her. She is a role player who isn't the highest IQ player, and you just gotta hope she does the little things. and Caitlyn Clark. Now, this is an A+ stat line. It just is. But we watched the game. She clearly was clearly not an A+ game. Like, we watched the game. Like, she was good. She was good. She's now, I think, leading the league in assists again. Oh, I forgot to grade KK. I'll give KK like a B. I give her a B. I think she did a good job. And Caitlyn, like, I don't know. I think her floor game was good. She didn't shoot the ball well. Like, she was clearly not as good as Kelsey Mitchell or Sophie Cunningham. But she was clearly better than Leah Boston. So I'm hovering between B+ and A-. And it's like, I think the only reason we wouldn't give this an A is if we believe Caitlyn Clark is the best player in the world. And it's not an A by her standards. Because I think by anyone else's standards, Caitlyn Clark had an A game. She had an A game. An A, maybe an A+ game by anyone else's standards. Because defensively, she wasn't even bad. She dominated the ball today in a way that she hasn't really done much this season. And she set up everything for everyone. Like, again, more than half her team's assists. More than half her team's assists and way under half the team's turnovers. So, like, they had the Fever had 11 assists and 10 turnovers outside of Caitlyn Clark. But also, like, we're not going above. We're not going A or A+ because she clearly was not good enough. Defensively, she was fine today as well. I think she did a good job on defense. Like, she had a steal and a block. And rebounded okay. Big offensive board as well. Minus? A-. I'll go A-, but if you want to say it's a B+, if you want to say it's a B+, fine. Fine. If you want to say B, probably low. Like, you can't have a stat line that it's only you and Taurasi that have had that stat line in WNBA history and give her lower than a B+. You just can't. While being +14. So, yeah, I'll go, it's B+ or A-. I'll go A-. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but if you want to get B+, cool. And Stephanie White, look, is the closest thing we've seen to 2024 Fever. And when you add the fact that there is a bit more in the half court, when you add the fact that there is a little bit more in the half court there, and I can't not, like, I thought her rotations were on point. She stopped doing the bullshit thing where she subs out Caitlyn Clark after 3 minutes. She stopped worrying about, like, percentages and rotations and, we're going to get this player in here, and she's now coaching to win games. She's not bullshitting, as in, like, she's not experimenting anymore. I can't give her, it's somewhere in an A grade. I don't think I can flaw anything. I can complain. The only thing I'll complain about is that Steph White didn't get herself teed up early in the game. And that's not why I'm not giving her an A+. Look, Steph is a pragmatic coach. And this is the most free the Fever have played under her since the second half, since the Wings game last year. This is the first time I think the Fever have played free. And they dominated. So I'm giving her somewhere in the A, maybe A-. And it would have been higher if she had chewed out the referee after Maisha Hines-Allen got her nose busted for a foul. But, like, she called a good timeout. I'm not giving her lower than lower than somewhere in an A grade. I'll go A-.